Step into the cinematic time capsule of 1969 with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, a film that etched its mark on the Western genre. As we revisit this classic, one can't help but wonder, are there any lesser-known facts or anecdotes about this movie that fascinate you? Or perhaps, do you have a cherished memory associated with this cinematic gem? Before we dive into the random facts, let's set the stage. Directed by George Roy Hill, the film stars Paul Newman and Robert Redford as the eponymous outlaws, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Released during a time of cultural upheaval, the movie not only captured the spirit of the late 60 seconds, but also redefined the conventions of the Western genre. Now, did you know that Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid almost had a different set of lead actors? Steve McQueen and Warren Beatty were initially considered for the roles, but ultimately, the dynamic duo of Newman and Redford left an indelible mark on cinematic history. As the iconic bicycle scene plays out, transporting us to the whimsical world of raindrops and shared laughter, it's hard not to appreciate the film's innovative use of music. Burt Bacharach's score, coupled with songs like Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, seamlessly blended into the narrative, creating a memorable auditory experience. And so, we invite you to share your most cherished memory or personal experience related to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Whether it's an unforgettable moment from the first time you watched the film or a connection that spans generations, we would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Paul Newman, a key figure in the making of the 1969 movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, faced resistance from the studio when he pushed to cast the relatively unknown Robert Redford. Despite Redford's lack of fame at the time, Newman stood firm in his choice. The studio eventually relented, marking a pivotal moment in Redford's career. This decision had a lasting impact on the film, as the dynamic between Newman and Redford became one of its defining features. The chemistry between the two actors contributed significantly to the movie's success, helping to establish it as a classic in the Western genre. While the story itself is characterized by a certain lightness, cinematographer Conrad L. Hall took an unconventional approach by overexposing much of the film. He believed that the narrative didn't necessitate dramatic lighting and color. However, 20th Century Fox and Deluxe, the color film processing lab, intervened to enhance the richness of tones, aligning with their trademark style. Interestingly, the filmmakers initially sought Bob Dylan to perform Burt Bacharach's famous song for the movie, but he declined the offer. This decision led to the selection of another artist, further shaping the film's memorable soundtrack. In summary, the 1969 movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid faced challenges during its production, including the studio's reluctance to cast Robert Redford. However, the ultimate decisions made by key individuals, such as Paul Newman and the cinematographer, contributed to the film's unique charm and lasting legacy. Paul Newman's commitment to casting the relatively unknown Robert Redford in the 1969 film had a lasting impact on Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. However, the challenges didn't end there. During filming, director George Roy Hill faced unexpected hurdles in recreating New York City scenes. Originally planning to use sets from the nearby production of Hello, Dolly, Hill was denied access. Undeterred, he had Redford, Newman, and Katharine Ross pose on the Dolly sets, later seamlessly integrating these images into a montage using actual period photos. The film's physical demands also showcased Paul Newman's dedication. He performed his own bicycle stunts, except for one scene, where cinematographer Conrad L. Hall took the reins. Notably, the camaraderie on set extended to good-natured ribbing, with Newman teasing Redford about his tardiness, playfully suggesting a title change to Waiting for Lefty, a nod to Redford being left-handed. In summary, beyond the initial casting challenges, the production of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid encountered unexpected obstacles and showcased the cast's resilience and creativity in overcoming them, contributing to the film's enduring legacy. In the making of the 1969 film, camaraderie on set extended beyond the cameras. Paul Newman and Robert Redford, the film's iconic duo, shared a unique dynamic. Redford, initially reluctant to rehearse, yielded to Newman's insistence, showcasing their mutual respect. Newman later described the experience as the most enjoyable film shoot had ever had. Amidst the Mexican backdrop, the two actors bonded over numerous beers, adding a touch of real-life friendship to the on-screen chemistry. Behind the scenes, the movie delves into the origins of its titular characters. Butch Cassidy, whose real name was Robert Leroy Parker, earned his moniker from his past work in a butcher's shop. The Sundance Kid, also known as Harry Alonzo Longabaugh, received his nickname from an arrest in the Wyoming town of Sundance. These historical tidbits, woven into the narrative, add layers of authenticity to the characters portrayed by Newman and Redford. The genuine camaraderie and shared experiences of the cast contributed not only to the film's success, but also to its enduring legacy. The decision to blend historical elements with on-set dynamics created a unique cinematic experience that continues to resonate with audiences. Lula Parker Betenson, sister of the real Butch Cassidy, provided a unique and authentic connection to the 1969 film. Her visits to the set offered first-hand accounts of her famous brother's life, adding a layer of realism to the script and Paul Newman's portrayal. Betenson's presence became a valued source of insight, as she shared anecdotes about Cassidy's escapades during breaks and shooting. Interestingly, the studio attempted to leverage Betenson's endorsement for the film through ads to be shown in theaters across the country. However, her condition was to watch the film first and endorse it only if she genuinely stood behind it. The studio, concerned about potential harm to the movie's reputation, refused her request. Eventually, at Robert Redford's suggestion, Betenson agreed to endorse the film, but for a small fee. This behind-the-scenes interaction with Betenson not only added an extra layer of authenticity to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, but also highlighted the studio's cautious approach in managing the movie's pre-release endorsements. Considerable casting decisions and behind-the-scenes dynamics shaped the iconic 1969 film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The role of Etta Place, initially eyed by Jacqueline Bisset and Natalie Wood, ultimately added a layer of intrigue to the production. The uncertainty surrounding the true identity of the historical figure Etta Place further fueled discussions among historians, with theories pointing to Fort Worth innkeeper Eunice Gray. Meanwhile, the desire of Robert Redford to perform all his stunts stirred tensions, with Paul Newman expressing concern over risking a co-star. Newman's reluctance reflected a commitment to avoiding unnecessary heroics on set. These intricate details offer a glimpse into the complexities that contributed to the film's enduring legacy, showcasing the careful balance between casting decisions, historical authenticity, and on-set dynamics. As the credits roll and the echoes of raindrops keep falling on my head linger in the air, we invite you to wander through the sepia-toned corridors of cinematic history. Back to 1969, the year Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid graced the silver screen. A timeless tale of camaraderie, rebellion, and a dash of outlaw charm. This masterpiece etches itself into the hearts of those who dare to ride alongside Butch and Sundance. As you bid adieu to the duo, take a moment to ponder the echoes of their laughter and the dust kicked up by their relentless pursuit of freedom. Perhaps, like them, you found solace in the open road or sought your own wild horizons. Did their exploits ignite a spark of rebellion within you, or did the melancholic strains of B.J. Thomas' voice awaken dormant memories? We invite you to share the echoes of your personal odyssey with Butch and Sundance. What lingers in your mind as the credits fade? Is it the exhilarating chase scenes, the witty banter, or the poignant moments that cut through the desert heat? Unearth your favorite nuggets of nostalgia and let the dialogue flow, much like the banter between our infamous protagonists. Whether you're a seasoned traveler down memory lane or a first-time wanderer in the land of Butch and Sundance, your thoughts are a valuable addition to the tapestry of shared experiences. Let your voice join the chorus of those who have laughed, cried, and marveled at the enigmatic duo's exploits. Thank you for embarking on this cinematic journey with us. Your reflections and memories enrich the collective narrative, connecting us across time and space through the magic of storytelling. Until we meet again in the realm of shared reminiscences, keep riding the trails of your own adventures. Signed with the spirit of Butch and Sundance.